The inspiration slide library that's provided by SlideHub gives you access to a large catalog of high quality visuals that you can incorporate into your slides. I want to show how that works by using this funnel example here. We want to turn these forwards here into a funnel to complete this slide. So you go to the library here, and here you can search. You can either search by category, or you can simply search up here to find what you're looking for. So I can search for funnel to find a lot of funnels. But let's try to go through the category search as well. So we click funnels, and then I know that I have 4 layers in my funnel, so I want to click what's called the 4 bullets here. And maybe I know that I want a vertical flow. So now I'm really narrowed in on the solutions that could work for me here at this given time. So then you can insert it, and then of course, just to show you can ungroup everything. So now you have a completely editable PowerPoint shape that you can continue from. But let's copy that over, and then you can start incorporating your words into this model, and then you're good to go. It's important to note that when you're searching for content up here in the slide library, you're searching through the categories, the subcategories, also the tags and individual slides, and then of course the content itself. When you insert slide, you have different insert options. So you can open in a new presentation, and you can insert and adjust it to the template, which is the default. But you can also insert it, but then keep the existing template if that's needed. You can also insert multiple slides. So you can see I've now selected multiple slides, and then there's a pop-up down here where you can insert the selected slides with the same adjustments that I just went through. Then you have a few different options for your tool. So you can, for example, use this function here to show each slide in a bigger view here or here. You can also add slides to your favorite by clicking the star, and then find the favorites up here. You can also see which slides you have downloaded recently, so that might be helpful for you to find some slides quickly. You can go to the most popular slides to see what other people find helpful. That could be a good way to explore. You can also look at the recently added and find out what have we recently been adding to the library, so you can stay up to date on what's there. Very soon we're launching a feature where you can toggle between widescreen format and A4 format. That will be quite helpful to find the slides in the format that fits your template. This library is updated every month with new slides and illustrations. The way we find out what to build is by our users requesting specific things that they would like to see in the library, and you can help with that as well here by going and providing an instruction, and then we will put it into a backlog and make sure it gets done. The other way that we figure out what needs to be done is that we actually track the searches from our clients here. There might be some cases where the default color conversion does not really work out with your template. In that case, you can define your own color mapping by going to the select color theme here and enable custom coloring, and then you can create your own, or you can select which one you want to use from the active list. So let's see how that looks here using the funnel example. You insert it, and now you use, instead of the color theme of the presentation, you use the one that you have just defined. The company library is used when you're looking for a slide from your particular database of slides. Here you get full customization about what categories you want, and what subcategories do you want, and also how you want to tag individual slides. So it's important to note here that a slide can be present in multiple different categories at the same time, so you don't have this folder problem, a folder structure problem that you might have in a OneDrive of a slide can't really be in 2 folders at the same time, and or you can, but then it might get out of sync if you only update it one place. The key thing here about the library is that when you search, you're searching through the content on the individual slides. So let's say I'm searching for pricing here. Then all the slides that has something to do with price or pricing will show up. So it does like a broad search or fuzzy lookup on the search that you're doing. You can search through all the slides in the library, but you can also go to an individual category. And then when you search in that category, you will see that it now is only searching through the company resource category in this case, and that can be really helpful. Another thing is that you can actually not just store individual slides here, but you can actually store whole presentations. You can see if something is a whole presentation by having a little clip mark up in the corner. That means the whole presentation is there. In your company slide library, you have the option to add teams. So some slides will be shared amongst all members of the organization, while some slides will only be shared with the team. And one person can be on multiple different teams at the same time. So you can see on this account, I'm both on the A team and the implementation team. And if I go to implementation team, I'm only going to watch the slides on this particular library. With our icon finder, you can search for icons and search through different styles. So one thing to note here is that you can actually close down the styles you don't want to have available for your team, and only keep the ones you want to use open to force some consistency. So on this account, it's only the line icon styles that's open. So I can search for an icon here, find it, insert it, and of course it's a SVG, so you can completely recolor it for your need. The other thing I can do is I can highlight some text, then I can right click and I can find and search for an icon matching this particular text and save you a few clicks here. Through the company icons tab, you can access your own icons that you can upload here, and we're adding further functionality in this quarter to the section here. So you'll be able to categorize them and search through them if you have a very large collection. From our image library, you can find from a very large catalog a lot of good stuff here. When you search, you can predetermine sort of the shape of the features. So let's say I'm looking for portrait versions of this Tesla. I can search for portrait. I can even choose from different color filters, so my image is a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. If you're looking for like a dark Tesla image, this might be what you need. You also have the option via the company images to upload your own images, so you can determine when do I use the company image and when do I use the one from Unsplash. These images are all Creative Commons Zero licensing, so they're free to use for all purposes. We also have an illustration feature with a lot of different illustrations that you can use. These can all be ungrouped and recolored and rebranded, so there's quite a lot of use cases in this as well. And just as the icons, you can close down this different styles that you don't want to have available for your team on the illustrations. If you have service access, you can send tasks to us via the tab here. You can determine which slides you want to send, and you can upload the file. You can also select which template to work on. So as we have a deeper relationship for your client's styles, then you'll be able to select them from a drop down here. But we'll assume that the template we need to work on is the one that the input is in. You can also select what treatment to give. Write a general instruction. You can add a deadline and add a project code if needed, so you know exactly how much money you have spent for each individual user and on each project code, and then you can send the task. Once you have received the slides, you can go to the completed section. You can provide a rating for our team and tell us how you did. That helps us a lot. You can also share the slides that you have had done via our service. You can share them with your team and via the library function here, and that can be quite helpful and make sure that your colleagues are getting access to some high quality slides as well.